From child prodigy to a champion sport climber, Sasha Digiulian has conquered many feats, and you can watch her largest yet on June 18th as she confronts both physical and mental obstacles head on. So Sasha is joining us right now. So excited to have you here. Thank you for taking the time to chat with us. I know that you're super busy.
Yeah, so great to be on.
All right, Sasha, so I want to talk about how you were first introduced to climbing and how you fell in love with it. Is it true that you were just 6 years old at your brother's birthday party?
Yeah, you heard the story. That's right. I have been climbing at this point for 25 years, which is pretty wild how quickly time flies. But I fell in love with it at 6, went to my first competition at 7, and that was really the catalyst to where I'm at now.
Okay, so you've been climbing since you've been a little tot. And on that note, you've climbed all over the world, Brazil, Africa, the Dolomites. What's your next adventure?
Right now on my docket, I have a trip in Europe through Croatia, actually along the coastline of Croatia in August. And then I'll be on El Capitan in Yosemite throughout the fall.
Okay, all right. So you mentioned El Capitan, which many of us who are big fans of the climbing world know. Alex, right? Honnold, conquering a number of faces there in Yosemite. He's a big supporter of yours, which is a massive thing in my opinion. What was it like when Alex came out and started really kind of rallying for you and your efforts in the sport?
I've known Alex for a long time, and the climbing community is quite small, and especially along the professional climber side, Alex is a fantastic ambassador for our sport, and it was so great to see the success that he had with Free Solo and all of the team members a part of that project. It was a really fun film to watch. So him lending his time to be in here to climb was certainly really appreciated, and it's been really fun just to see my friends flourish.
We've had the pleasure of interviewing Alex here on the show too, but I have to say, typically there's a lot in the way of focus on men in this sport. What does it mean to you though to be representing and kind of blazing a trail for women when it comes to climbing?
Women have been reaching new heights in both climbing and in sports over the last decade. It's really been incredible to see that progression of women in climbing. For me, my career comes on the heels of the women that came before me that inspired me so much to really understand how I can live my passion and make it my career. And so with the film, I'm really excited that this film can serve hopefully as a source of inspiration for the next generation of young girls that were like me, looking up to idols that I have, like Lynn Hill, who's a woman who's absolutely incredible, who's also in this film.
How do you manage the mental aspect of, interacting with this large audience, and then also what you have to bring to the table as a climber to keep your focus?
Social media has opened a lot of doors for climbing and brought it to a very mainstream stage. And for that, I'm really thankful for it. It's become an incredible tool for me to really develop my voice and have a platform. Of course, there is negativity to it as well. Internet trolls affect just about every female in sport that I've met and talked to. And having the right people around me has certainly been a really important aspect to staying mentally sane while I go out and try and accomplish big physical and mental feats, because climbing is a very mental sport as much as it is physical. And so having a clear mind is important. Being able to compartmentalize what's going on in the day-to-day chaotic nature of living in a very connected but disconnected digital world, and then also being able to go outside and breathe in fresh air and perform at the optimal ability that I can while disregarding whatever may be happening online is definitely a skill that I am still working on sharpening. I think that social media, in its harsh sense of the negativity side, can definitely permeate all of our surfaces of where we feel affected by it. And that's why I think that spending time with people in person is super important.
I love your story, Sasha. You have done so much for women, regardless if we're into climbing or not. And I look so forward for everyone being able to view your adventure, you know, your physical task and your mental task too, and the wonderful lessons that you're sharing with all of us that we can take away. So thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, and look so forward to everyone getting a chance to hear about everything you've done on June 18th.
Yeah, thanks so much for featuring Here to Climb, and excited to hear what all of your audience thinks of the film.